The singer was found in the bathtub at her home in Lancaster, California, at the age of 34 on November 5. Her manager, Taylor Helgeson, gave her a series of interviews about the star's final words and her condition in her final days. Martin, 35, the mother of Carter's only son, Prince, took to Instagram Friday to claim Helgeson had a hand in Aaron's relapse, and pushed her back on tour as she struggled with addiction. Shortly thereafter, Helgeson issued a statement refuting both Martin's actions and misrepresentations, while claiming that Carter had distanced himself from Martin before his former child star Carter ruined his life with drug addiction. Police reportedly found prescription pills and compressed air cans in the bathroom where he claimed to have been sober about 5 years before his sharing a screenshot of an article in which Helgeson talks about Carter. Martin wrote, "I didn't speak but now I feel the need to say it. This man did nothing to help Aaron. It enabled him a lot. All he did was put distance between Aaron and me so that the party could begin. I was even kicked off the tour bus by this guy. He tried to take control and brought things that never should be brought to anyone, let alone an addict. I've struggled with trying to maintain a romantic and familial relationship and a work relationship because I've tried to keep facilitators away. Long-term friends." Singer found in her bathtub at her home in Lancaster, California at the age of 34 on November 5, while her manager Taylor Helgeson gave a series of interviews about the star meetup. Melanie was pictured with Aaron and Taylor in September. When he wasn't well, he overworked him. He used it in life and now he's still paid for interviews. This man wanted to take back Aaron's career, but it wasn't the time to do so. Aaron needed help and needed rehab to be sober before reviving his career. I'm tired of people coming off the throne with false narratives to look like heroes. This man was not a hero. He had a hand in his relapse. I tried to give this man the benefit of doubt many times and he constantly disappointed me. He constantly uses Aaron for his influence and belongings. You activated it and tried to turn it into something it wasn't. I know I can't bring Aaron back, but I'll always make sure the truth is being told. I will protect Aaron for the rest of my life." Helgeson responded to Martin's false remarks in his own testimony, but previously confirmed that Carter removed him from the tour bus after exhibiting extremely erratic behavior that became a safety issue. Out of respect for your family, Aaron's loved ones, and even Melanie, we never commented on her, Helgeson began. However, most surprisingly, because of Aaron's recent actions against his family, we strongly feel the need to interpret and condone both his actions and his misrepresentations. Melanie had not been with Aaron for some time before her passing, as it caused an unsafe environment in the house for both herself and herself. Allegations. Martin, 35, the mother of Carter's only son, Prince, took to Instagram Friday to claim Helgeson had a hand in Aaron's relapse, and urged her to return to touring while struggling with addiction. As for the tour thing, it's true. Melanie was safely removed after exhibiting extremely erratic behavior, including trying to get herself out of the tour bus while moving at an incredibly high speed on the highway. For the safety of him and the rest of the tour team, I decided to take him out of the tour. I arranged a hotel for him, bought him a plane ticket home, and made sure his family could safely return to where he could take care of him. That came when Helgeson, who worked with Carter for 8 months, told Page Six how the cyberbullying really affected the star. He said, "It was a nightmare. It was uninterrupted. He was very cruel and yes, he did a trick on it." Speaking about the star getting bored during a live show, she said, "It really impressed her and she didn't let her appear in the performance. But when she got off the stage she felt really sad. He wasn't angry. He was sad." Helgeson said he was even more upset when he saw Carter's social media reactions. But he couldn't help but look. She added that Carter and her brother Nick, whom she didn't meet, also had plans to meet to work on their relationship. "I know they have plans to get together, to forgive. I don't know exactly when. But I do know what they wanted. That was the idea." Helgeson had earlier told the publication that Carter looked weak, tired and physically weak, in the final days before his tragic. Helgeson said he was worried about his health when they met at a music studio 2 days before his. He was extremely tired. It seemed like he needed to do something other than work. He seemed to need to take care of her concern. Helgeson had previously told the publication that Carter appeared weak, tired and physically weak, in the last days before his tragic. Helgeson, who had been working with Carter for 8 months, added, "He didn't look good physically. But mentally, he was the most excited person I've seen him in months. He was very intelligent and very conscious of what people wanted to see from him." The LA County Forensic Medicine Agency is awaiting the release of toxicology results before revealing the cause of Carter's. But Helgeson doesn't believe the star took his own life, saying he was proud and has gone through so much. The star's agent said the two discussed getting her into an inpatient treatment program, which was met with resistance by Carter. Fatherhood. Carter said he wants to focus on getting back custody of his 1-year-old son, Prince, before going into rehab, adding that he considers 3 months in Utah to be toxifying and formulating new physical habits. Carter said he wants to focus on getting back custody of his 1-year-old son, Prince, before going into rehab, adding that they are considering 3 months in Utah to detox and formulate new physical habits. Prince, whom he occasionally shares with his fiancé, Melanie Martin, is in the care of Melanie's mother. Helgeson said that in mid, Carter hadn't slept for a few days, and felt stressed, but after he slept, he asked his manager to help him create a will, which was never complete. Helgeson said the priority for him and the rest of his team was to provide Prince, which is why projects were criticized posthumously, such as the star's controversial memoirs. It was recently revealed that Carter was burned, according to TMZ, which received the singer's certificate. Carter's ashes will be entrusted to his twin brother Angel. The certificate does not specify Carter's cause of. Following his brother's tragic, Angel made a heartbreaking payment to his brother on Instagram. "For my twin, I loved you beyond measure. You will be missed very much. My funny, sweet Aaron. I have so many memories of you and me. And I promise to value them." Angel continued, "I know you are at peace now. I will carry you with me until the day I die, and I will see you again." Carter's brother, former Backstreet Boys member Nick, also wrote about his brother on social media. In his memory, a donation fund has been launched to benefit On Our Sleeves Official, a major children's mental health charity that helps families in America, Nick said. The singer posted a link to the On Our Sleeves website, where fans can donate Heartbreaking, according to TMZ, which received the singer's certificate. Carter's ashes will be held by his twin brother Angel. Nick also said, "Thank you for choosing to celebrate the impact of Aaron Carter's life with a gift of hope. By honoring Aaron, you help Nick, Angel, and their family's commitment to helping others." Carter was discovered by her maid, known only as Betty, who had been living in the house for 3 weeks. The woman was homeless, and Carter and his girlfriend Melanie Martin, who was open again, wanted to take care of the house after a friend's mansion was forcibly hacked. Carter said in an interview in August that he had gone into rehab 4 times and that he, finally, got it all right, but the following month he returned to an outpatient program to address his triggers. Carter was living with Prince's mother, Melanie Martin, at the time of his. Neighbors described the relationship as stormy by saying they often heard the couple shouting at each other and were called by police at least 3 times. A neighbor told the dailymail.com that Carter often locked Martin outside the house and left him to bang on the door, shouting, "Get me in." The neighbor said that one day another resident knocked on Carter's door and Melanie replied. Tribute. Nick Carter wrote that despite the complicated relationship, his heart was broken, adding that his love for Aaron never faded. They were asked if they could turn the music off. Melanie said she would pass the information on to Aaron. Minutes later, Aaron banged on the neighbor's door and started yelling at the neighbor, who told him to end. Another person in the house told Aaron to leave their property. The police were called, and Aaron tried to tell the police that the neighbor had attacked him. No arrests were made. Every neighbor has a neighbor that you had to deal with. That was a neighbor, the man said. Melanie arrived home after news of Carter's was announced. Carter was seen crying and being comforted by his real estate agent, Christy Limpus Hathaway. He issued a statement. "My fiancé, Aaron Carter, has passed away. I love Aaron with all my heart, and it will be a journey to raise a fatherless son. When facing the loss of someone we love so much, please respect my family's privacy. We are still in the process of accepting this unfortunate reality. Your thoughts and prayers are very acceptable." Earlier this year, Carter applied for custody of his sons and filed a protection petition against Martin at the Antelope Valley Courthouse in Los Angeles County. In a court filing, she accused her ex-lover of emotional distress, anguish, pushing and scratching, and claimed that she used the threat of suicide to harass her emotionally. Melanie, 35, was last week seen carrying her belongings from Carter's home. The former boy had tried to sell the Star House, but the house was withdrawn from the market after his Backstreet Boys member Nick Carter paid tribute to his younger brother Aaron after Aaron was found in a bathtub at his California home the day before at the age of 34. It turns out that Carter without leaving a will, meaning that the will decides who will inherit his assets. Since then, it has emerged that Carter texted 24-year-old Maxim model Sonia Cruz and asked her to go home, even telling her that he would pay for an Uber and drop her off at home himself. These messages came hours before his Cruz, who has appeared in international magazines such as Harper's Bazaar and Maxim, replied, "I'll talk tomorrow after I wake up." He closed the XX message with a heart emoji. "I regret not spending more time when he wanted to," Cruz told dailymail.com. "I had no idea that something like this was going to happen. And I thought it would always be in my life," she added. "He was a complete angel and very kind. May he rest in peace. In California, the child normally inherits the inheritance of their single parents if they die without a will. But sources said Carter's financial situation was not strong when he was found in his home on November 5. The star had put his home in Lancaster up for sale for about $800,000 in the weeks before but has now withdrawn from the market. If a sale goes on, Prince will likely have security in any equity capital he brings.